All right, hello. My name is Andrea. Welcome to Stockholm Food Movement. We are an event that's been going on for 3 years every month, and we are powered by Impact Hub Stockholm. Impact Hub Stockholm is a co-working space. It's the oldest co-working space focused on social innovation in Stockholm, and there are branches all over the world. There's over 100 different Impact Hubs. So if you become a member, then you are able to go and visit Impact Hub Geneva or Impact Hub Belgrade or anywhere you are. So it's very cool. Look at Impact Hub and think about becoming a member. You can support cool innovations like this. Our mission is to challenge entrepreneurs to think more deeply, think more systemically, think about what already exists. We want to introduce you to new products, expand your network, and also see how things fit into the big picture. Something we've been using since the beginning is our Stockholm Food Movement food cycle, because we want to link together and hopefully create collaborations between different food startups so that we can have a bigger impact. We've had 31 events, 101 speakers, pretty exciting. And if you would like to help us expand our impact, we're always looking for new ways to grow, particularly with partnerships. You can read more about our mission and see what we're about on the website. And you can listen now to our podcast that was created by Sonia Lilsman right here. She has interviewed 4 of the Stockholm Food Movement speakers, including yours truly. And then it's also part of the Sweden in Transition series, which is super interesting about people that, in a world in need of urgent reinvention, they do things differently and explain why. So I encourage you to listen. It's on Spotify, iTunes, YouTube.
And on our website.
And on the Impact Hub website.
No, Stockholm Food Movement.
I mean the Stockholm Food Movement website. So here's a moment where I say, if you have something burning that you want to share with the community, hopefully related to food and sustainability, then you can take 30 seconds right now and say something. Anybody? On the spot? Yeah? Go for it.
Yeah. I am receiving almost every week a box from Ecoloda.
Huh? Great.
That's it.
Okay, so you like your fruits and vegetables, or?
Yeah, and they are local.
Great. Cool.
And ecological.
All right, you can also make announcements on our Facebook group. So if you haven't joined already, I encourage you to join. One of the things that I talk about in my podcast and on the website is this word regenerative. And I'm going to keep talking about it. I know if you've been here before, you've heard this speech, but I'm going to keep talking about it until it becomes very common knowledge in Sweden. So basically, here's the idea. We have a degenerative system, especially when it comes to food. And degenerative means deplete, destroy, kill. It's very extractive. I mean, even the idea of a fallow period is basically us saying, okay, humans, everything that we do to grow our food is hurting nature, so we need to let it rest. So basically, we know that it's degenerative and extractive, and our response has been, okay, let's make it sustainable. But sustainable is about maintaining, and if something is degrading, then we need to actually repair it. So regenerative is about looking at all of our systems and creating regenerative, using regenerative tools to make it better. So when it comes to agriculture, there are real practices that we've discovered that will help to increase soil biology, increase carbon sequestration, increase drought resilience, and basically make us have a regenerative and happy food system. So I encourage you to talk about, look it up, think about what does regenerative mean. And it also can apply to your business model. So there's Carol Sanford is doing really interesting things to talk about how these regenerative systems you find in the living world can actually be translated into your business concept, so that what you're doing is creating more vitality, more life, more abundance, And that's, I think, an excellent goal. So it's a new view. It basically says that humans can do things that actually, where nature and humans thrive. Our contribution can be a positive one, rather than always an extractive negative one. Recently, I saw the New Yorker article about why we need to stop pretending that we can avert the climate catastrophe. And a lot of people have said that it's really pessimistic, but I didn't read it that way. And it reminded me of this comic from 2012. And I think what's interesting is that how far we've come. Like in 2019, what if it's a big hoax? No, that's not, no one's really asking that question anymore. We have the evidence, we know that this is happening. Now the question, I think, is, what if it's not possible to avert climate change and we create a better world for nothing? So basically, regenerative systems is about repairing the damage and creating vitality and life and thriving systems. And regardless of what happens, climate change, nuclear disaster, whatever, there's so many different things that could go wrong. But if we just focus on the small, positive, regenerative things that we can do in our own environment, in our own businesses, in our lives, then, I think we're not going to hit this sort of wall of, oh, we can't do it, it's too big, it's impossible. We can just focus, just one thing at a time. So that makes me hopeful, even if I'm a little bit not hopeful about the state of the world. So yeah, today we have some amazing speakers who are working on making the world a better place, making it more regenerative, and I am really excited to hear what they have to say. So I'm going to stop talking, and we will have Michael come to the stage. Come on.